Welcome back, guys. Another episode. Today, we got something very interesting. A lot of you might be interested in. We're gonna test a part out to see if it really makes a difference. But before that, what's going on in the shop? I'm very excited for this project. It's a stock motor, MR with SSP trans, and we got a HTA 71. The Force Performance 71 Turbo. Looking forward to tuning that. So, Nick's almost done. We're just waiting for the gaskets. We're also going to tune this. It's a 6262, 272 cams. But today we're tuning Ivan's car. We've tuned this before. Evo 9. Nothing crazy. Just has a really good fuel system. Have a 450 in the back, a single. Catalyst exhaust. FIC 1200 cc's. Beautiful interior. Car's been taken care of. Have a stock turbo. Stock Lanny, stock everything. Has an upper intercooler pipe, a 3-inch intercooler, a fuel rail, pressure regulator, 8A in feed, 6A in return, and I think it has S1 cams. Customer doesn't want anything crazy, just really clean tune. This is a Evo 9 stockish. I'll show you the graph of what we made. So the parts that's being changed on this is the downpipe. The downpipe went from, the O2 housing went from a MAP open dump to a recirculating one. So we're converted from open dump to recirculating. Other than that, he has S1 cams, spooling up COP, the same setup as before, injectors, Evo 9, stock turbo, and basically no other changes has been made. We went from a dump to a recirculating one, and even the same company. So let's see what it does. All right, I'm about to do the first run. So in the first run, there was no change other than what I left it off the dyno from last time, which was a couple of degrees reduced timing from the total dyno time, because street driven, he's going to beat on it and whatever. So I usually lower 1 or 2 degrees after I do the dyno run. So this is a pretty good starting point. It definitely is a little lean, which is a good indication that the VE has changed.
forgot. Dual maps. Okay. So every time you flash, you have to switch maps.
So on this run, I really haven't done anything other than just added fuel. It was quite a bit lean on the first one. So we are basically right now at where he would normally be with this downpipe without any added adjustments. So same, actually less timing than before, but a little bit of fuel adjustments and same boost. So I'm still not trying to make power with the new added parts. I am just still cleaning out the air-fuel ratios and the VE tables. I've adjusted the VE and it resulted in the total load area where the ECU is reading load from being adjusted, so it affected the not only the fuel tables but timing tables, hence the drop in torque at certain areas. So these cars, well, the Tefra tables, actually I should say the ECU, stock ECU, when you adjust the VE, you actually adjust both tables where the ECU is reading load from. I do have a video out on this on how to do SD. If you guys want, you can check it out. It's a little bit more detailed on that. So now I know the fuel's good. I'm going to adjust everything else now and try to make power.
Seems to be a little discrepancy on the load readings, so I'm going to correct that right now. Made some adjustments. The timing wasn't as smooth as I would like it, so I just made it a little smoother.
I've increased the boost to 28 and it falls off to like 24 up top. And I've adjusted the low end timing section, made it smoother, yes, but I also increased it to what it was before the VE changes, which caused the load area to change. And we are pretty, I think, significant gains from the previous hardware to the new hardware.
Okay, so load not reading right again. I gotta adjust, which is fine. I'm using a 30% ratio or 1.3. I gotta do 1.4 because I increased the VE in that certain area to compensate for the extra airflow. Like my friend Matt Morrison says, that's all he bases everything on, because that's the industry that he's in. His manifolds, I've seen like increase VE by a lot, like 1 AFR. I've had areas where I just changed out to a Morrison manifold, and it went from 11.5 to like 12.8 in the same area. So if you haven't already, hit them up. Morrison Fabrication, awesome people.
What did you do to it? Where'd you get like 5 horsepower from?
I lowered the boost.
And you like it?
Long story.
Oh, okay.
You gotta put the load in a certain area
Where it wants to be at?
where it wants to be at, where the timing is better. It's gotta make sense for the car.
You should explain it in your video, because I'm gonna watch it.
How about a no? So Carl's ambitious. He wants to learn how to tune, which is great. I love ambitious people, and he puts the work in too. Like, I think we'll stop here. There's a little bit more in it. Safety first.
So we're going to stop here, and this is the final result of the hardware change. Let me put up the last dyno that we did with the open dump versus the recirculated wide mount dump. The red line is for the open dump, which he had before in June of this year. And the green line, which made significant amount of power, is the closed recirculated wide mouth but split map performance closed dump. And they're both from the same company. So it goes to show you, like some cars will benefit from the open dump and others won't. I don't know exactly. Could be the design, could be a number of things, but his car definitely prefers the split closed wide mouth dump.
So I just stopped it there because there's no point in getting 5 more, 10 more horsepower, because your variables or risks for knocking and something happening increases like severely right when you're tuning at the border. And I know from past that this is basically what it is. Maybe he'll make like 420 or something, but you're not gonna feel 10 horsepower difference, to be honest. The car is very smooth. This is, it doesn't need much. A stock location turbo, mild cams and fuel, you're good. So it looks like the downpipe made it very responsive, and the low end spool was just really, really good, and smooth as well. The fuel, more fuel was needed down low, but it made everything smoother. I didn't really have to add any more timing than I had before. I think it was like 1 degree between 6 and 6500. That was all right. Just gotta adjust the boost curve a little bit because it just comes on just like that. I gotta delay it. This is a clean car. Like I like Evo 9s. I mean, I think everybody does, but given that made it 1 year only, it's has a lure to it, right? Like you want that rarity. The front bumper is just sick. It's just awesome. Okay. You always have to street tune before. Well, I'm not gonna say always, but you're gonna verify. You want to verify that your dyno environment wasn't different than the street environment, and I gotta say, 9 out of 10 times it is different. What I don't put on the videos because I think it's boring is the tuning that goes in beforehand. The troubleshooting, this happens, that happens. One of the reasons I don't put that is because one, it's boring. Two, I gotta hold the camera. I have to hold the camera in order for me to capture all this stuff. So, my priority at that time isn't the viewers, sorry to say, or my channel. Like for example, the Supra went through a lot of diagnostics and stuff like that, and I would have loved to gotten all that in video because I know it's going to help someone, but just wasn't practical. I mean, maybe I could put that thing on my head where I turn it on, but then you guys are going to see me cursing at my technicians and even the front office. All right, so I adjusted the boost curve. Now it's not going to be like a switch. So let's see. Very gradual. It goes up to boost and then tries to keep it there, but then like towards the end it's going to fall anyway. There's nothing you can do other than upgrade to a bigger turbo. Whoa.
Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and put likes, leave some comments, and I appreciate everyone who is giving me all positive vibes. I'll just keep it coming. I'll do my best to get everything on camera that I can, and it's very, very difficult because I'm wearing multiple hats in the shop. So until next time, keep watching, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you.